Next time you walk into a massive sports bar on game day, or maybe sit down in a high-tech university lecture hall, I want you to really look around.
Yeah, you aren't just in a room, you're stepping inside this giant living organism.
Exactly. And today, our mission for this deep dive is to explore the hardcore, completely invisible AV tech that actually powers these entertainment venues.
Right, the stuff you feel but don't see.
Yeah.
We're digging into source material from HDTVSupply for this one.
Yeah, specifically looking at the specs for two real heavy hitters. We've got the $2,600 QSC PL-SUB18 subwoofer and the Wolfpack HDMI matrix switchers.
Because building venue AV is really exactly like constructing a digital nervous system.
Right, you need the brute muscle, like heavy-duty audio, and then the complex brain of video routing to make it all work seamlessly.
And that brute muscle is doing, well, a lot of heavy lifting. Like, take the QSC PL-SUB18.
Oh, man.
We are looking at a massive, passive 18-inch installation subwoofer, and it pushes a continuous 126 decibels.
Which is a literal chest-rattling volume.
It is. But achieving that requires serious mass. The unit weighs over 102 pounds. And the enclosure is built entirely out of exterior plywood.
Okay, let's unpack this, because if this subwoofer is meant to be weatherized for outdoor stadiums, and I mean the specs highlight an IP54 weather rating.
Right, the IP54 rating.
Yeah, so why on earth are they using over 100 pounds of wood? Why not just cast the whole thing in modern, lightweight, weather-resistant plastic?
Well, what's fascinating here is the underlying acoustics. I mean, wood provides vastly superior bass resonance compared to plastic.
So it's about the sound quality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To get that rich, earth-shaking low end without distortion, you absolutely need the sheer density of wood. And to make it survive outdoors, they essentially armor it.
Armor it how?
It's coated in polyurea paint, which is chemically similar to indestructible truck bed liner, and they use a hydrophobic stainless steel mesh right behind the grille.
Wait, hydrophobic, so it actually repels water.
Literally repels water droplets while letting the sound waves pass right through.
Wow. So they solve the weather problem chemically instead of compromising the acoustic material. But pushing 126 decibels creates another issue, right? Usually bass is omnidirectional.
Yeah, it blasts out in a giant sphere.
Right, shaking the brick wall behind the speaker just as violently as the crowd in front of it.
Which is where the software takes over. Using QSYS designer software, technicians can link two of these subwoofers together in what's called cardioid mode.
Cardioid mode.
Right. By micro-adjusting the timing of the audio signals, the two speakers actually phase align. They acoustically cancel out the bass waves traveling backward, forcing all that energy directly forward.
Incredible. But here's the catch. You can have the floorboards shaking perfectly in a sports bar, but the illusion is ruined if the game on the screens is lagging, or if the bartender can't switch channels easily.
Yeah, to sync and manage all those visuals, you need the brain of the nervous system, which is the Wolfpack matrix switcher.
Because managing video across dozens of displays is an entirely different beast.
Totally. Wolfpack builds fixed systems, like a 13x16 setup in one chassis, as well as highly customizable modular systems.
And they integrate seamlessly with third-party automation, right?
Right, systems like Crestron or Control4. They use old-school RS-232 serial cables or modern TCP/IP, so the video system connects directly to the broader internet network.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting, because venue AV gets incredibly expensive. A matrix switcher is a massive investment.
Oh, absolutely.
So if I'm opening a sports bar, why invest thousands into a complex matrix brain when I could just buy a stack of cheap $50 HDMI splitters from the store and run them to all my TVs?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, you have to look at how data actually moves. A cheap splitter does exactly one thing.
It just mirrors the image.
Exactly. It takes a single source, like one cable box, and mirrors it. Everyone watches the exact same game. But a 16x16 matrix switcher allows 16 different screens to show 16 completely independent channels simultaneously.
So you get ultimate dynamic flexibility.
Yes. Plus, standard HDMI cables start failing and dropping signal after about 50 feet.
Which isn't very far in a huge venue.
Not at all. The Wolfpack gets around this by converting that massive, uncompressed video signal into data packets. It fires them down standard CT6 Ethernet cables for up to 450 feet.
And then reassembles it at the display.
Perfectly reassembles the image at the display without losing a single pixel.
So it fundamentally translates raw video into network traffic. The next time you sit in a lecture hall surrounded by multimedia, take a second to appreciate it.
Definitely. You're experiencing this invisible heavy-duty nervous system that's seamlessly routing packets of high-def video and meticulously phase-aligning the floorboards beneath you.
And the boundary of that nervous system is expanding too. Software like QSYS Reflect now allows offsite technicians to monitor, manage, and troubleshoot these massive local systems from any web browser.
It's pretty wild.
Which leaves you with a wild thought. With remote visibility expanding so rapidly, how long until the live, booming AV at your favorite local venue is being mixed and managed entirely by someone sitting at a desk in another country?
The brain of that digital nervous system might soon be thousands of miles away from the muscle.
Exactly. Something to ponder next time you feel the bass drop.